mass medic marine counterattacking with mass dropping. So we do see a very drop heavy setup coming. We see in the left Blur is the red Terran, in the south Stalife as the blue Terran. In these spots there are close distances by air, not so close by ground.
Yeah, this is. I actually am glad we got these positions for this matchup. I think that probably the cross positions would lead to a different type of game, but I think that this could open up a lot of options for both players, and you get to see who will execute what better. Would love to see some more Banshee play come out of these guys, especially Blur's been doing a great job with it. But as you mentioned, kind of changing things up from yesterday, and it was one of the things that we commented on, that every single time he did something a little bit different, but did it very well each time.
Now, before we go away from this main map screen, I want to point out that that top left Xel'Naga watchtower, this little eye that is hanging out here in the middle, that one right there, that controls all these top left expansions. And likewise, this bottom right eye controls all these bottom right expansions. So there's a lot of potential to see players doing some insane long-term action just by controlling those watchtowers and expanding lots.
Awesome. Thank you for the little tidbit there. And what, we got 2 gas, double gas?
Looks like just a very fast gas on 11.
Ooh, that made you very excited.
Yeah, it's the exact sort of fancy opening we saw Blur do to demolish Zhou in the first match and the last match against him.
Meanwhile, Barracks going down for both players. Scout is out for Stalife, and this is what he did last time too. Sent out the early scout, got a read on his opponent earlier. Blur is about ready to send out, and it looks like he is going to go in a clockwise position. So he will have a little high five, a little kiss between the two workers, but Stalife will definitely get to his opponent before he gets to Stalife.
Looks like Blur about to pass by the SCV. Hiya! Giving him the good old bump and grind as he slides on by. One Marine popping out as well, heading towards that ramp. But the real question is, what fancy opening does Blur have in store? There's his usual orbital command, generally throwing down a tech lab right after that Marine pops off. There's the tech lab going down. Looks like we are going to see a super fast starport, ladies and gents.
Yep, and he's going to have this one Marine out there. And you note that Stalife did not go ahead and scout that final position. He just went ahead and was content taking that tower. He knows that his opponent's there. He knows that he's likely not going to be able to get up the ramp because of the Marine, but he could also move out. 2 Marines are going to move out here, and they will probably intercept this SCV from Blur. That looks like it's exactly what will happen here.
Yep, there's the Marine intercept, and oh, manages to take it out. That is a very, very nice play by Stalife. Stalife's factory almost done. His second gas almost done. But look at the accelerated pace on Blur's build. We have Hellions en route, more Marines popping out, and a half-finished starport, which means a Banshee is right around the corner. Absolutely love, love, love this opening by Blur.
And he's going to be surprising his opponent here. Starport just now starting for Stalife as he continues to put some Marines up here. And we are going to see the tech lab go down, so he'll be switching. We might have these 2 guys going for pretty much the same thing.
But wow, Stalife may have studied his opponent yesterday. Throws down a bunker right off the bat. Zhou did not do that in his games. And oh my goodness, there is the block going down with the factory. Wants to be absolutely rush-proof in this game. Blur now advancing forward with his own Hellions, trying to take out these SCVs at the Xel'Naga watchtower. Looks like Blur not going to reveal his second Hellion yet. Banshee almost done. More depots, more Marines, no gas coming up from Blur. Really want to see how he deals with this total block off by Stalife.
And Banshee is coming out for both players. However, you are actually going to see the Banshees for Blur complete a little bit earlier here. But as you mentioned, he's going to want to kind of come up here through here, and he is going to see that that may not be an option here, or it might be a little bit more difficult. So how will he react?
Looks like he's still trying to move forward with a bunch of Marines and Hellions. SCV out here implying that he wants to expand. There's the Banshee now moving into the backside of the base. Looks like Blur has amazing control yet again, minimizing the amount of damage he takes, oranging up all those Marines. Just 3 left, and look at that, still 82 health on that Banshee. Turret's going to be started for both players shortly. Looks like, oh, there's going to be a little Banshee high five. Blur sees something, wants to investigate. Yes, he does indeed see a Banshee. Will he end up investing in a Raven? Uh-oh, looks like there's nothing really here to defend on the backside. Ooh, Stalife might come up to a nice early lead.
Yeah, this actually could be really good for him. He's going to have to get this missile turret up. These Banshees can't really do anything but watch on. Interestingly enough, Stalife did spend a lot of gas going for the Raven and the Cloak upgrade, but this is a lot of damage that he's doing right here. Could not get the missile turret back up. Finally, some Marines coming in to try to take these guys out. He's going to get them down to half at 74, but continue to just go to town on these SCVs. A huge interruption of this mineral line.
Looks like the missile turret finally now finishing. Stalife needs to be careful. Ooh, getting brought down to 20 health. But he still can position himself to pick away at these buildings. Needs to be so careful.
We got a Viking out as well. He'll try to go off and take off any more of these Banshees. But I wonder if that front door push that Blur was going to go for is kind of thwarted now as he leaves out of here. There's only a few Marines remaining. Here comes a Viking from Blur back to the base, and he's going to switch on over with this factory. 2 more barracks going down here, and the command center going up as well.
We see a tech lab going down on that first barracks, likely going to be either beginning the Marauder production or going for very, very fast stim. The one thing that Blur is happy about is that his own expansion is up quite a bit faster. Raven finishing right now for Blur, just now beginning to get more gas from those 2 geysers. 2 barracks going down for Blur as well. In the resource station, we do see that Stalife does have a pinch of an advantage.
And Stalife is going to send a Banshee up north, go to the tower first, not see anything there, and possibly get behind the natural of his opponent. There is a missile turret being built there, and it's not going to finish before this Banshee goes over. He could be stuck in the exact same position he was before. He actually moves forward, and he will go ahead, and he's going to attack the missile turret directly. There he takes off the SCV, but it does finish. In comes the Viking.
And it looks like he needs to be so careful. And there's the scan. He will be able to pick it off. Very nice play by Blur. Stalife has a whole lot riding on that one single Banshee. It looks like another Banshee from Stalife is going to try to get some more kills, but he will not be happy to see the Raven and the Viking pop down to pick it off.
Yep, just outside, does manage to take out a couple SCVs. This Banshee actually has 15 total.